I bought this 2013 Honda Rancher 420 with power steering, 4-wheel drive model for 600 bucks. I bought this from the original owner. Now, this unit, we already went through in one of the previous videos. It does run. Fuel pump was bad. Rear end is bad. And there was something else that this needed. I forget. I got a bunch of parts coming. I got a bunch of parts here. Now, it's a fairly clean unit. It's got this little plastic thing right here, cracked like normal. When I bought this, he mentioned that it had issues with power steering coming and going, and that the rear end needed rear seals. But now it's not doing it. Anyway, that rear differential's trash. We've kind of already gone through this a little bit. Now, this unit specifically isn't a flip in the shop like normal. Now, originally it was gonna be something that I was just buying to resell, but my wife wants it. We need to get a battery put in here. He told me whenever I bought this that he would smack this to get the power steering to work, so yeah, we'll see. We will see. I originally bought this parts bike for it, but man, this thing's rough. Man, it's been dogged. It's bad. And I was gonna use the rear differential out of it, but I ended up buying a new differential just because I want to see how good these Chinese rear diffs are. Now, this was under 100 bucks, so yeah, we'll see. And originally, this did not have these wheels on it. I bought another, I think it was a 2014 or a 15 Rancher 420 that I ended up pulling the wheels from it and putting them on here because my wife wanted these SS wheels. The only thing, we're missing one center cap. These tires are not great, but we're coming into winter, and if I'm being honest, my wife is not gonna ride this very much until next summer. So that gives me more time to come up with some new tires or something, you know? And I had also bought that Rancher 420 parts bike because we wanted to use the rack, because this one, well, I thought it was straight. It's not. But they cut that bar out, and my wife said she didn't want to run this rack, so we're just gonna leave that, because this rack's pretty bent. That'll have to wait until I find another one for a good deal, because right now I'm currently seeking out a parts bike that I can utilize a set of plastics. She hates the green. This was the one color she didn't want, but for a one owner power steering foot shift bike, come on, man. You can't find better than that. So the rest we got this are obviously, the rest of our parts, we've got a new fuel pump. I specifically paid extra for black and they did not send it, so. New air filter. Could have swore I ordered a different brand for this one. A new battery. New oil filter so we can get that oil changed. Oh yeah, this hose is trash on there, so yeah, I ordered this pre-made hose because one side is larger than the other. I don't remember. This is some new grips. These are her favorite. And, well, it's a full set of brake pads. If we end up needing those, cool, we got them. If not, mostly the rear. I really don't want to tear apart this entire rear end and not do new rear brake pads. It seems like a bad idea. So let's get started. You know what sucks is I have one Mudzilla in that exact same tire size as the front of this that's in much better shape, like it's almost new. But if I put that on there, it's not gonna match. And the cost of one Mudzilla, I can get almost a brand new set of Sunifs for, and I'd honestly rather do that. Because these rears, they're all right, but they don't look hot, you know? Like I said, it's at the end of the year. What is this? Mid-November. Now, don't get me wrong, we can ride well into December, but she's not gonna get in anything wet. Not after rolling her Rincon last year, or the year before that. In the river, just twice. It was the first weekend we took it out, so hopefully she doesn't do the same thing with this one. Let's see if I can get this going again. Because the only person who thinks it's funny is me. The Rincon still ran afterwards, though. We drug it back to the truck with the Can-Am and got all the water out of it the next day, and we had it for another 9 months or so. And we got a new petcock. This is the one that's on here is not dumping any fuel. That's right. Because I was gonna pull the fuel pump off of this and decided not to because how much, like, it wasn't just a fuel pump swap. I gotta pull this tank. Let's get all this off and pull the tank. I guess it would make sense to get this thing running first. Make sure she doesn't need like a top end. I'm gonna replace all of these little clips just so it looks better. Currently trying to find one of these in red, a nice red, not one that's faded to pink, because it seems like all of the 07 to 13s are faded to pink. Red, yellow, or blue. Would consider white or black if the price is right. Oklahoma, Louisiana, Arkansas, Texas, maybe a little bit further, maybe Kansas and Missouri. Something that's a parts bike, want something that's got a blown motor, or something cheap. So if you've got something like that, put it down in the comments below, let me know. Let me know what city and state you're in. I would just buy new plastics, because they're not that bad. Yeah, you're probably looking at $600 for a full set, except for this tank cover. For whatever reason, they're $800. Tell you what I'm not paying, it's $800 for that tank cover. I think these 420 gas tanks are probably the hardest Honda tank to remove. We're gonna clean this up real quick. Now, let's swap this pump out.
Ugh, it's coffee. That's why that pump don't work. I bet you this unit got parked. He didn't tell me it got parked or something like that. He told it was supposed to run when I was going out to buy it.
I am waiting on something else, and I need some gas to flush that tank out. So while we wait, let's go ahead and swap this air filter. Yeah, this one didn't have one. This dude, when he bought this brand new in Texarkana, Arkansas, this dude, when he bought this thing brand new at H&W Power Sports in Texarkana, Texas, was $6,543.88 out the door. The cash price, $63.99 for a 2013 Honda Rancher 420 with power steering. I don't think you can get a base model two-wheel drive for that much right now. I was kind of looking, and it looked like I could get a four-wheel drive for about $7 grand. That's sticker price. And they charge $381 for freight. So like if you came in and you just wanted to pay cash and you had to pay tax, after taxes, their dock fees, and it's $685 in taxes. It would be $7,528 for this quad back in 2013. That's what this is dated, August 21st, 2013. And I guess they put $1,000 less Honda bonus bucks, $1,000. So, yeah, cash price, you'd be looking at $6,500 for one of these brand new. Now, with the current market, this quad, when I'm done with it, if I replace the rack, this would be a $3,500 quad if there's nothing wrong with power steering. If there's nothing wrong with power steering, that's critical. You think about you could own a quad for all those years and be able to get close to half to what you paid for it. From 2013 to, 2025? It's about to be 2026. So yeah, that's literally 13 years, 2013. I've had this thing for 13 days, and I feel like I've been talking for 13 minutes. Huh. I had $13 and my wife took it. Just kidding, it was 11. Pretty cool though to be able to see that. I'm gonna need to clean this thing, this is nasty. And we got us a new filter going in. Why does it look like a tropical sunrise? Well, that is because I used K&N filter oil on it. Well, new battery going in. The dude told me when I bought this thing, I was like, dang, y'all rolled this it's not too bad, but rolled once, didn't it? He's like, no, my daughter, she hit something and it bent it. It grabbed it from the bottom and bent it. And I'm like,
Your daughter lied, homie. I said, nah, man, I know that I have a problem with this. Like, I'll tell someone. No, that's not true, buddy. This thing was rolled.
Now we can put this back on over here. Thing's got cracks all in it. Be all right. I'll swap it out on another one that I get that's nicer. The one from the parts unit's all just nasty. Pump's working now. Probably shouldn't have done that. This thing, it has 221 hours on it. A little over 1,200 miles. How do I oh, four-wheel drive's right there. And if I remember right, the last one, the last 420 I did that had power steering, because I've only had like 3 or 4 of these power steering units in the 10 years I've been doing this. The power steering doesn't work until it's running. And while we're still waiting, I'm going to go ahead and pull that footwell off of that one because it's in much better shape than this one with the big old crack in it. We're gonna swap that out real quick. You see, something like this right here is a very good reason why you have a parts bike. You see this? It's missing. Now this bracket goes from here to right there, where you see that bolt is. Did you see me? Heck, man. Let me see. The bracket is broke, smooth off. Makes sense why all of this side was zip tied together right there. Now this is probably gonna bump that up and show off how much bent that rack is. But that's okay, that's okay. Luckily, that turd over there did have the piece. So, cool. All right, we should be good to go on this fuel tank. I wiped it out a little bit, dried it out a little bit. Hopefully, there isn't any issues. All right, now the camera angle was trash for that entire segment. I didn't realize that. My bad, guys. It's time to put some gas in this thing. Even with the cleaning I did, that still smells like bad gas. All right, we should be good to go now. Now, there is one thing I really want to know about this thing, and that's if the gears are good. So if you're familiar with this OBS body style 420, and I don't know if it was like it on the new body style, but I know with the OBS, it was common to lose second gear and fourth gear. I've actually had both. Okay, should probably prime that pump a couple times. 1, 3, we're not leaking any fuel. Come on. Try to press the throttle. Okay, let's prime it again. Hopefully it's not the injector. Come on. Come on. All right, let's try a little liquid encouragement, see if this will help get her started. Probably not so good for that filter. So right there is our injector, this little green dealie. Being this is a 13 and that's an 07 or 08, I don't remember. 07 and 08, that's a first generation. Being that that's the first gen, I think the injectors are different. The housing on that one looked different for sure. Or maybe just a little bit different. Anyway, I don't know. This one's been sitting a while too. I'm going to try running this one through the ultrasonic and see what it does. See if it helps. I'm gonna use the little ultrasonic because I know everybody's been telling me for the longest time now, you need to buy a new ultrasonic. Well, I finally did. This thing was a great deal too. Came with an extra. I don't know what I got right here. Show you for size. Yeah, got a big old ultrasonic. Now this thing, It's like $53 after tax or something like that is what I paid for it. I'll have a link for it in the description. But there was like a thing that it came with. Like, I don't remember how to word that. I gotta replace my valve cover. Came with a little one. So if you've been in need an ultrasonic, this right here is a teeny tiny ultrasonic. That's gonna be a pain for me to pull that out, so I'll leave it there. So on this injector, we have a possibility of stuff clogging inside of there, but at the same time, do you see the gunk on the tip? That could very well be our problem. See that those little teeny tiny holes right there are where the injector sprays out of, and there's stuff on it. I don't know how to word that. Buildup, ethanol, stuff, things, whatever. I don't know. We're just gonna ultrasonic it. So in the process of swapping this rear end real quick, because I thought it'd be no big deal, nothing special to show y'all. I'm pretty sure this chocolate milk water combination is not supposed to be in there. Yeah, buddy. So it made this rear end go bad. It's got a bad seal somewhere, and I don't think it's this one. It's probably in the diff. I mean, this diff sounds absolutely horrible if you spin it by hand. See how that play? Yeah, that's where you can see where it leaked right there. Hey, potential. This will probably be rebuildable, and I'm gonna save this to be rebuilt because that was one of the things I wanted to be able to test this, see how they last. I realize my wife isn't gonna give it the beating that I would, but I could always ride it and give it the beating. We'll see. So I'm gonna finish swapping this out real quick, but we'll save this diff just in case if it's a junk part, if these Chinese diffs are junk, and we'll just put another one on there. We'll rebuild the OEM and put it on there. Unfortunately, we've snagged an issue right here on this brake drum. See this little bearing right there, the inner bearing? It's completely seized, rusted solid. Didn't even think nothing about it. The O-ring broke. That O-ring right there broke. And I managed to score one from the parts store, and I was hoping that'd work. You know, I was gonna send it together. About to install it, and turned out, nope, it's shot. So I'm going to have to install this, sort of, what I can do, and we're gonna have to wait to finish it. I already ordered the bearing and stuff, but let's see if this will do it. If the injector is good. Prime it a couple times. Let's see. Oh yeah, she is definitely not gonna start because I did not hook the coil back up. Man, part of the airbox is broke right there. I'll probably plastic weld that back on if it ever matters enough to me. Let's try that again. Damn, it made me jump. Woohoo! There we go. There we go. May need to run a little bit of fuel through it, but you know what? The way this is running so inconsistent now, like it's doing a whole lot better than before we ran it through the ultrasonic. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna go ahead and order an injector too. Power steering is not working. We'll figure out what's up with that. But hey, it runs. So I guess we're gonna be waiting on parts now. All right, so the rear end is all put back together and we're looking good. I need to put some air in that tire, and then we take this thing for a spin. All right, now let's see. Can we make her run good enough? Now it doesn't want to start at all. scratch that. I'm gonna go ahead and change this injector out. I'm pretty confident it's the injector, especially since it kind of changed up after that first go around messing with it. So we'll just put a new injector in it. And I'm probably gonna end up doing a new plug. I meant to do that. I was supposed to grab one this morning. Things didn't go as planned, so that's all right. So let's put the injector in. Hopefully this runs better. Alrighty, new injector is in. And I'm not gonna lie, that other one smelled like the ultrasonic cleaner still. Oh, that's not good that it's still doing it. That means it might be the pump. Hopefully not. New fuel pump, new all the other stuff. So what else could it be? Interesting. That is very interesting the way it runs different. Huh. Let's see if I can get it to rev up. It's really odd. I mean, like the plug itself there doesn't look that bad. It don't look good, but it don't look that bad. All right, tried cleaning it. Let's give it a shot. It's kind of odd though that this is, every time I messed with the injector, it made it run better. Let's try it again. All right, so I took a look at the fuel and I already dumped it out, but I did an entire water bottle and the entire thing looked really dark yellow, like this thing had just, drank too much liquor last night and didn't get hydrated at all this morning. The way that's acting like the fuel pump's bad. All right, so I don't really have anywhere to set this, and this sucks because I can't just run it. Let's see. Interesting. Is that because I got the injector unplugged? Don't be damned. Yeah, there's a button right there. Oh, no, my bad. Fuel was off. So that'd be a bit of a problem right there. I didn't want to use that used fuel pump off that other unit, but I guess I'm gonna go pull that because I want to be done with this thing. That is not enough pressure to run at all. Go figure. I've been going back and forth with the Chinese seller who I bought this from. It's China. I know. I've had these pumps work in the past, but I specifically paid extra for a black pump. Alrighty, I swapped the pumps. Let's see, I want to make sure there's nothing nasty.
not even kicking on. That is not good. Hopefully it's a connection or something. Yeah, I know we plugged in. There we go. Make sure there's no trash in that pump. This one's making a funky noise. I don't think this pump's gonna work either. That's not all that nasty, but that's not why I'm saying I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think that's putting out enough pressure. OEM pump for the win! Heck yeah. Get this back on. Gonna have to buy her a new airbox eventually. It's broken right there where that mount is. No big deal. No big deal. All right, let's see. All right, so here's the moment of truth. I was a little worried this might have second or fourth gear issues. Second gear is good. Third gear. Fourth gear is good. As low hours as this had, I wasn't stressing it too much. Oh yeah, there we go. That speedometer's working, power steering's not, and I got a feeling that the power steering doesn't work at all. So, running good. I think that fuel pump is not gonna last that long. It's a little noisy. Maybe it'll calm down a little bit. Honestly, it was noisier at first when I took off. And then I guess when I did pull back up here, I couldn't hear it, so. Maybe that's it. The power steering doesn't work, and I believe it's the box, the control box. My wife does not care about spending the kind of money to fix the power steering on this. She'd rather me buy new lights for her Expedition because the first set melted the first time we drove it. But yeah, I believe it's this box right here. And he said that it was intermittent. I guess I want to see if it's gonna do some intermittent. If it's gonna mess up on us or it's come and go like he said it would. We'll see. I mean, if not, we find a parts unit because that box right there is probably rather expensive, and I can guarantee you my wife would rather me buy new wheels and tires for this thing than put power steering on it. It's really not all that necessary on here. So I'm gonna get it back together and we're gonna get it washed, and then she should be home in a little bit and she can take it for a spin herself. So let's get it back together. All right, we're good to go. So this needs to get washed now. I'm getting real low on super clean, so hopefully this is enough for this footwell. Try to clean it. Come on, come on. Nope, it's done.
Hey, all work, no pleasure. I ain't here to make friends, big stepper. Hey.
What'd you think?
I love it.
Does it work?
It does.
Cool.
It's fantastic.
All right.
Just gotta get rid of the shitty green color
Yeah.
and perfect.
The Gringo.
Gringo.
Gringo to go.
away. Get in red. She's ready to rock.
All right, so I'm surprised you didn't say something about these tires.
I forget how light the rear end is though. Like I've jumped it a little bit. But
I know, compared to that one.
yeah, I've been riding that one, so it is a lot lighter. She's perfect.
Bald.
So that's how it turned out. I mean, it's actually a little bit dirtier now because technically it's been rode around for a few days. Normally I don't have this much time in between units, but whatever. The power steering has been intermittent. She's gonna be disappointed to hear that I just took this thing for a spin and power steering's not working. And it was working yesterday. I don't know. It's one of those things like it's not gonna dump the money into it right now. Got other projects, stuff that needs to make money. This is not make money, it's just cash out of pocket. So in total, this right now, this is how much we got in it. And if I were to sell this unit as is, $2,500, very easy. Quick and easy, be gone. That's because of the power steering issues. If we fix the power steering issues first, it would be 32. 3,200, that's about what I sold the last one for last year. The white one, that one was a very popular video. So we'll see. We're about to be on to the next one. Y'all want a little sneak preview of some of the stuff I've got going. There's Commander right there. This, that's a 2020 Ranger 570. Yeah, I picked this up for $2,000. That won't have a video. The Commander should get a video. And still got this Foreman, the Rancher. I got rid of it. Just had to make some space in here. So stay tuned for the next one. It's probably gonna be on this Commander. I think that's gonna turn out to be a nice bike.